Hello, this is the last video for probability that you'll see. It's explaining this project about calculating the probability of getting different colored M&Ms. So this is the document that I've shared with you on Google Classroom. It's I've made a copy for each of you, so you don't need to make your own copy. And all of the work you do will be on this document, okay? It's due on Tuesday, the 28th of April. I figured I'd give you the weekend to finish this. It's a little bit longer than a typical lesson, so I thought we'd do like double. But you absolutely need to submit it by then because I'll mark it the day after, and I don't want to have to chase people. So the sooner you get it done, the better for me. And hopefully you too, so you're not thinking about it. So the first part is you need to define these three things: probability, theoretical probability, and experimental probability. They're three pretty important words that we use in this project and also over the course of the unit. We already used them. So in this first step, it's pretty self-explanatory, but what's the chance of getting these colored M&Ms? If you were to open up the bag, what are the chances that an M&M that you pull out of the bag is red or yellow or orange? In theory, without actually like ripping open a bag. Because that's what you're going to do in the second step. Buy 3 packs or so. Maybe you want to buy more if you're a huge M&M's fan, but we're going to use 3 packs of M&M's or maybe Skittles or some other candy you have in your country. But I'm just using M&M's as an example. Open 2 of them. Don't open the third one. Leave it closed. So open 2 of these packs of M&Ms. And then I want you to count how many of red, yellow, orange, blue, green, and brown, and write that total here. Okay. At this point too, it would be helpful to take a photo because at the end you're going to have to take photos, submit photos as part of this project to prove that you did it. Okay. So only open 2 packs out of the 3 and record how many of each color here. My computer's just a bit slow here. Okay, so the step 3, the next page, it says calculate the experimental probability. So in this position where it says total, you're going to write the total number of M&Ms you had in those 2 packages that you opened. And then how many of them were red? So maybe it was like 120 M&Ms in 2 packs. I have no idea. And maybe 30 of them were red. Okay, so you would do 30 over 120, and then you would convert that to a decimal. You should know how to do that. And then do that for yellow, orange, blue, green, and brown. Then you are going to predict how many of each color you think is in that third bag. So the third bag should be sitting there closed beside you. And based on your information that you just did, how many do you think are going to be red, yellow, orange, blue, green, and brown? And then open the bag and count how many there actually is. And I want to see the difference between your prediction and the actual number right here and here. Okay? And the last page, step 5, is just a few questions about what the difference between theoretical probability and experimental probability is, and how close were your predictions and guesses and things like that. And there's 2 more questions, a spot for you to include photos, like I mentioned, and then how I'm going to grade you. Okay, basically if you do everything very well and it's clear and I can read through it, no problem, then you're into this 7 and 6 category, okay? But if there's things that are missing or you didn't do it totally correctly, then you're kind of in the lower part of the scale here, okay? I will write feedback and send it to you, and hopefully it solidifies your knowledge on probability. Thanks, guys.